Well, good morning folks, welcome to another video. This is part 2 of the Pearl Islands exploration flight. Now today we're going to be visiting 6 airports and landing at the 6th. Now a lot of these airports are just basic island airports that serve local communities. We'll be going up to maybe 1,000, 1,500 feet, no more than 1,500 feet, a good chance for you to have a look at things. It's 10:30 in the morning local time, 4:30 Zulu, and yeah, this is video 2 of 3. We're exploring the Pearl Islands, a group of islands 37 miles off the coast of Panama. So we're all ready, got a rough flight plan loaded, and so let's get going. Hopefully you're going to see some interesting bits and pieces, some nice beaches, some of the many mangrove swamps that are on this island, and there you go. Right, so here we go then. See if I can keep the thing in the middle of the runway and steer it. Airspeed's alive. Go. Keep clear of the trees. Beautiful. We'll get to about 100 knots maybe. Beautiful islands. It's just a lovely part of the world. I was very impressed when I first went there. Little houses on the beach there. Okay, so let's make our turn. See what looks like a bit of a boat jetty there too. does look nice. So let's set the autopilot and see if we can get control over this. So there's the airport we took off from. So let's start heading on our little flight. So we're at 1,000 feet, heading south. As you can see, there's the mangroves. So lovely beaches here. Nice house with a pool there, look. Actually a great place to use a float plane or a helicopter. I can't wait till they bring helicopters. I mean, 37 miles is nothing to cross the Gulf of Panama in a chopper. If you've seen my last video, you'll see that they do that anyway. Just some beautiful, beautiful islands. There you go, look at that huge beach. So, coming up to Casella Airport in Contadora. It's known as Contadora. Let's slow flight a little bit. Oh, look at these, aren't these beautiful? There it is. More like a dirt strip really than anything else. But again, beautiful islands, just beautiful. Lovely part of the world. So next leg, we're on the way to Vivero Island. Small airport. This is a small airport. There's a village on the island, which is what the strip serves. I just love how this is dotted about. Beautiful. Really lots of stuff to explore, and you can see here the mangrove. And in most cases there it goes right down to the beach. So to get across these islands, really boats are the only way, or by air, because the mangroves are so thick and almost impenetrable. They do have crocodiles and sharks around. This is can be quite a rough place. You have to be careful. Next airstrip, this is Vivero Island airstrip there. Another fairly basic strip. Really again looks very much like the old African bush strip. So we're crossing towards the island of San Miguel now, and we're going towards San Miguel Airport, which I believe, if I remember correctly, is an asphalt strip. But meanwhile, we'll have a little look around. Again, just lovely terrain, beautiful terrain. Really cannot wait to get helicopters out here, be able to explore these islands more closely, land on a beach somewhere. As you can see, lots of mangrove forest. Lovely weather today, beautiful flat calm ocean. So coming up on San Miguel Airport. And as I said, I'm using the autopilot here to follow a rudimentary flight plan. So you can get to see, or rather I can film here without too much interference. There it is, San Miguel Airport, and there's the village. So now we're heading south towards Punta Caycos Airport, which is right on the south coast of the big island. Really some stunning country around here. So now we're really low over the mangroves and heading due south. And you can see this island really is covered in mangrove. Very difficult place to try and get across, but beautiful nonetheless. Yep, nice day for flying. And so we've been in the air about 20 minutes. This shouldn't take too long, this flight, maybe half an hour, 35 minutes. Some of which I will whittle down obviously in the editing, but beautiful how they've done the mangrove trees there. And at some point shortly we will come out of this bush onto the southern tip of the island. You can have a look at this this little airport, Punta Caycos Airport. Obviously I'm a bit low, really don't want engine failure here. So if you like this kind of video, then you might also enjoy my Bush Pilots video that I've got up at the moment. There are 8 videos in the series where we start out in the frontier town of Maun in Botswana and we explore the African bush, going into the Okavango Delta and the Maremi Game Reserve, made famous by the TV show that was on in 2011 on the Dave channel. And that set me off, that sent me into Botswana to have a look in the sim, see how it was. Hundreds of lovely interesting bush strips to fly into. We visited many of them, had a look at some of the lodges, which some of them are recreated, some of them are not really. But amazing places to fly, just a pity we couldn't find any wildlife. But actually the area was very well represented in the sim, so be sure to check that out if you like bush flying. The Pearl Islands are just beautiful, lots of inlets and places to look at. Big holiday destination for the rich and famous. The Shah of Iran actually resided in the Pearl Islands for a short time when he was in exile. So this little island airport that we're going to, Punta Caicos, is literally right out here on the tip. Beautiful, beautiful. Very impressed with these islands. Another lovely place to enjoy and see in the simulator. Just stunning, visually stunning, so much to see. I mean, okay, you get little anomalies like this, but all in all, just a beautiful place. Now there's the airport, and unfortunately I've got this pink scenery problem again. Like I say, it doesn't happen everywhere, but I do get it at a few airports in the simulator. I don't really know what the answer is. If you have the answers to how I could solve this problem, please leave a message in the comments. I would be eternally grateful. So if we cross this airport, and there'll be a right turn, and we'll be heading for San Jose Island Airport next. As you can see, this is a small airport that crosses a spit of land, but island serves a couple of villages, this airport, and there's supposed to be a boat dock somewhere as well. That might be the boat dock down here. But beautiful. Apart from the pink, it's beautiful. Stunning. So now we're heading west. Northwest. Going to San Jose, on the main big island of San Jose. As I said before in the other video, the biggest island on the in the group is Isla del Rey, or King's Island, and San Jose has quite a huge community. Again, lots of places where the rich people stay, as well as Contadora, which is where we left there. Just to recap for those who haven't seen video 1, the Pearl Islands are a group of islands, Spanish islands, located about 37 miles southwest off the coast of Panama. We can fly there in a light aircraft or by helicopter. Air Albrook and Air Panama have daily flights into Contadora and one or two other places. There are also ferry services that takes around 2 hours that leave Panama and go in and out every day, or 5 days a week I believe, although at the moment because of COVID it's scheduled for weekends. Friday through Monday, I believe. But again, amazing places to go on vacation. Some places you can't. There are some 200 islands in the group. Most of them are uninhabited, except the ones obviously where the tourists go. It's beautiful out here. Not sure I'd see the ocean this calm actually, but I'm not complaining. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So dead ahead is the island of San Jose. Airport's coming up, literally right in front of us. There she is. So maybe we could disengage the autopilot and do a low swoop over the runway. Could try that. So yeah, we'll do that. Disengage the autopilot. Be really careful of the terrain actually, because we are pretty low. There it is. I'm going to do a low pass over this runway. Looks a bit rough, doesn't it? Not sort of think twice about landing there, but anyhow, we do it. We're going to have to climb away pretty steeply because it looks like we've got lots of trees at the end. It really does look very narrow. It's a typical feature of a lot of these runways out here. So narrow. Looks like you haven't got an awful lot of room between the trees. You be careful you don't clip the wings. Yeah, very tight in here. And we climb away. So now we're going to be landing at Fernando Elata Airport. What we will do first of all is we'll overfly this airfield, have a look at the runway configuration, get a little look at the island while we're at it, and then we'll shoot an approach. So not bad, coming up for a 35-minute flight so far. To be honest, there are probably lots of lovely little nooks and crannies to explore around these islands. but you really need a helicopter or something to get in low and have a look. So this is Pedro Gonzalez Island ahead of us, and Fernando Elata Airport on top of it. Again, another airport that serves a number of villages on this island. So this is inhabited. Again, beautiful beaches. There's the airstrip. I think we'll come in for a south landing. Cross over the field first. Go over the airport and have a look at the runway, see if there are numbers on it. Yeah, another beautiful little bush strip, well, it looks like it. Can't see any numbers, but actually we can use this island to line up. So let's start bringing the power off. Looks like we're going to have to be really careful because it looks as though there's trees in the way. So we'll shoot an approach and see what it looks like. Right, this is tough, I can't see the runway. Still, we'll come down, hopefully it will appear. If it does, I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, I see it now, but we're not anywhere near lined up. So we'll try a little approach from the other end. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Look at the trees. So the runway is 19. It's on a hilltop, isn't it? I think this is probably going to be a case of a steep approach, so we'll go up a little bit. Okay, we're going to aim for that rock. Okay, and now let's make a turn and come in for an approach. Got to be really careful about this. There it is. Well, I think we can do this, so let's get set for a landing here. Okay, it's a fairly steep approach, I think, to avoid the trees. So we've got 60 knots. Okay, we have the runway in sight now. Luckily there's hardly any wind. Really got to watch these trees. My problem's not been the flying, it's the rollout, because of rudder sensitivity or nose wheel sensitivity, and we are getting some chop on the way in off these trees. As you can see why the runway's fairly long, because you really got to come in without taking your landing gear off by the tree trunks. Well, looking good. I've just got to get the roll out. Oh, I'm fairly pleased with that. Not bad at all. A few private aircraft here, as you can see. Can see these guys over here. I believe he's trying to marshal me. Welcome to Fernando Elata Airport on the island of Pedro Gonzalez. So before we go, we'll just take you up in the drone camera, have a little look around this island before we sign off. Well, there we are. Welcome to Fernando Elata Island Airport on the island of Pedro Gonzalez. That poor guy's still trying to marshal me. Bless him. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed that quick tour around some of the island airstrips and some of the beautiful landscape to be found out here. So this was part 2. Part 3 we'll be flying back to Panama, but hopefully have a look at a few more bits and pieces along the way. And we will fly into Panama Tocumen International to see what that looks like, rather than going into the smaller airport that we departed from. So that'll be a quick 37-mile hop across the Gulf back to Panama itself. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you're enjoying this. In the meantime, in the next weeks or so, I shall look for somewhere else like this interesting to have a look at. But this is the Pearl Islands just off the coast of Panama. So this video will be released on Sunday along with my arrival video into Sydney. Some of you might remember that Neil and I flew the 747s out of Chengdu in China down to Sydney, Australia. Neil's released his video. I'm releasing my arrival, which is essentially part 2, into Sydney this Sunday along with this video on the Pearl Islands. So once again, thanks for being with me. If you like this kind of thing, please like and subscribe. I release at least 1 video a week, usually on a Sunday, sometimes 2, sometimes a bit more when I get excited about something I've found. I do flying videos, adventure videos and exploration videos like this in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and scenery reviews when they come up. I also do adventure flights, long and short haul, in Prepare 3D version 4.5, and again scenery reviews in that sim. So this is Lee. I have a website, VirtualAirlinePilot.org. have a look at that, you'll find out a bit more about me. I really need to work on the page on the blog, certainly, but I do try to update the main page each week so that you see what's coming in the coming Sunday on the video. But you'll find out a bit more about me, and yeah, so jump in there to see what's coming. So thank you again for joining me. One other thing to remember here, I've got a friend Neil who I fly with all the time, who also has a brilliant video channel for Microsoft Flight Simulator and Prepare 3D. So give him a like, go and visit his channel and enjoy some of the content he produces. He's the one who got me started into all this. Without him I wouldn't be doing anything. So big shout out to Neil. Virtual Flight Videos is his page. I shall put a thing up here so you can see. So once again, thank you very much for joining me. I'm hoping to see you in part 3, the final part, and have a great week. Take care and bye bye for now.